A couple of years ago I showed you how to make an electric motor to turn electrical energy into the energy of movement. Well, I've developed an even simpler one now. I'd like you to try making one, and here's what you'll need. You'll need a torch battery or dry cell, some enamelled copper wire, which you can buy from an electrical store, 2 paper clips, 2 magnets, held together by a piece of tape, and a couple of other pieces of tape. Oh, and you will need a little piece of sandpaper as well. Here's what you do. Start by placing those 2 magnets flat on the ground, and then take the battery and straighten out one of the paper clips so that it looks like this, with a little hook on one end, and tape that to the top end of the battery. There we go. And then turn it over and do the same thing to the other end. Tape the other paper clip, which has also been straightened out, to form a hook. Then sit the battery right between the 2 magnets. There we are. And then stand the magnets up. They'll form a sort of a V. And you have not only the power supply for your electric motor, but also the support for the part that's going to rotate. What's going to rotate? I'm glad you asked. Back to the copper wire. What you need to do with the copper wire is to coil it around something that's already round. And you can use a battery for this, or a film can, or anything else that's circular. You'll find that a metre of wire will go around about 15 times. And when you've finished making that coil, do it carefully, and then tie off the ends, the straight ends, a couple of times around the loop so that the whole thing stays together. Here comes an important part. Lay it flat on the table, take the little piece of sandpaper and sand away the enamel from just one side of that straight end, and then turn it around and do the same thing with the other straight end as well. Then pick up the coil and place it across between the 2 paper clip supports, with the bare part of the copper wire touching the paper clips. What's happening now is electricity is passing from the battery through the paper clip, through the coil. It starts to spin around because it's in a magnetic field between the 2 permanent magnets. And it'll keep spinning around and around because it's turning itself off and on all the time. So you have an electric motor, and it'll keep spinning for maybe a minute or so. It's a little electric motor. It's the simplest one I know about. If you can design one and build one that's simpler than that, please let me know. I'd love to make it and show everybody else who's watching the Curiosity Show.
I want to know. Curiosity.